Hi, I'm Joe White.
And I'm Kelly Fay.
Welcome to Ashland Community Theater's show, Behind the Curtain.
We are excited because today is our third show here at WACA TV, and we are going to be interviewing Joe White, Bree Tulig, and myself about a scene that we did in the fall called The Last Patient.
And you're going to get a glimpse of a reenactment of a workshop that Kelly did with Bree prior to the show The Last Patient, where Kelly worked on the character development of Emily.
We also want to make sure that you come down and check out our spring show on May 8th and 9th. It's called Parents' Day, and you can see the details right here. We have shows at 7:30 and on both the 8th and 9th, and at 2 o'clock matinee on the 9th as well. So be sure to come down and check us out.
Kelly's directing it again, and Bree's going to be in it as well. The theme is Parent Day.
You can get tickets and learn more about Ashland Community Theater at ashlandcommunitytheater.com.
And there is going to be a workshop as well in April that Kelly's going to be putting on April 25th. You can check out our website for further details.
So hope to see you.
And now let's take a look at the scene, The Last Patient, from our fall show.
Tom, wake up. Come on. We have one last patient we need some help with.
Liz, no more. I'm done. I'm wiped. No more patients.
Just one more. That's it, I promise.
Liz, I've worked for 45 straight hours. I'm done. I'm wiped.
You can't refuse to see patients. You are a doctor. Come on.
It's a guilt trip over here.
It's what I do and who I am.
It's what I do and who I am.
You think you are so funny.
I know.
Well, at least you think so.
What was so important that you had to wake me up? So important about this patient.
She won't leave. She's insisting on seeing Dr. Murphy. You.
I know who I am.
Well, that's a good thing then. Listen, Doug checked her out. No major issues. She's a little shaken up. He gave her a shot of methicillin just to calm her down, okay?
Doug gave her a shot. Surprised he didn't miss the arm.
I know.
Anyway, so why is she here?
Car accident.
Okay. Read me the report.
Single driver, no one else around. Hit a divider, disappeared after. Found her in a church surrounded by 100 lit candles. She kept repeating, I need forgiveness, please forgive me.
Did psych check her out?
Yep, she passed the psych test just fine.
What's her name?
Her name is Emily, and she won't talk to anyone, so perhaps you can use your lovely charm to get her to check out.
I'll get her to go, Liz. I'll get her to go. Take the chart.
There you go.
Thanks. Hey, have a good night. Get home safe.
Thanks, you too.
See you tomorrow. Dr. Tom's House of Optimism and Laundry. You must be Emily? I see you were in a car accident. You all right?
It doesn't matter. When I hit the divider, I hit a woman.
A woman? Are you sure?
Yes, I got out of the car to make sure she was okay, but she was dead.
According to what Liz was saying in this chart, there was nobody else there but you.
Everything was fine. I was listening to Coldplay, The Scientist. And I saw her face, and I tried to swerve, but the rain was just too much, and the car just skidded, and I rammed into her.
Oh, Emily.
I don't feel bad for me. I feel bad for the woman that I hit.
There was no woman there, Emily. You were alone. There was nobody there.
Not this time.
What does that mean?
I know that I saw her. There was no way that I could have imagined it. She was there. I can't.
Listen, I can't help you unless you relax. You know, you better not be lying to me, you know. If you lie to a doctor in a hospital, it's a criminal offense.
Criminal offense?
Yeah, it is.
That's really weird.
Well, I'm not the one who lit 100 candles at the church.
Does that unnerve you?
No, but why'd you light 100 candles? Why'd you insist on seeing me?
I had to speak to you, Dr. Tom.
How'd you know my first name?
You said it when I first walked in. Dr. Tom's House of Optimism and Laundry.
I can't believe I can't remember I said that. I definitely worked way too many hours.
Yes, she did say you worked too many hours. You look tired. Have you been taking care of yourself?
Who's the doctor here?
You want me to leave, don't you?
Yes, I want you to go. Right, but I want to make sure you're okay. So, can I do my doctor thing and find out if you're okay? These bruises. You don't look so bad, but how do they feel?
You're not so bad. She was right. You are nice.
Who said I was nice, Liz?
It's not important. Actually, I'm not important.
Oh, can't you tell me you're not important? Because, if it said you in the chart that you were unimportant, I wouldn't even be doing any of this. Checking out how you're doing. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't tell me you're not important.
You're weird but funny. She was right about that too. It doesn't matter. You asked why I went to a church to light 100 candles.
Yeah.
I had to find a church to ask for forgiveness for the woman that I hit.
Emily, there was no woman there. You didn't hit anybody. You were alone.
Not this time.
Not this time. You keep saying that. What does that mean?
Just tell me about your wife.
My wife? How do you know I was married?
You have a ring on your finger.
My wife is not important.
Dr. Tom. Dr. Tom, wait. She's important. Very important. Tell me her name.
It was...
Catherine with a K?
How did you know that?
Just tell me about her, please.
There's nothing to tell, Emily. It was just a woman that I love very much. And she died.
How did she die?
That is not important.
She was hit by a car, wasn't she?
Yes?
And every night after she died, what did you pray for, Dr. Tom?
I prayed that I could hear Catherine's voice tell me that she loved me one more time.
And the driver? Did you pray for her to be in hell?
No. It wasn't her fault. She wasn't texting. She wasn't drinking. It's just the wrong place, wrong time. I forgive her.
Thank you.
Let's see what we can do to get you out of here, have you move on.
All right. That sounds good to me. Now that you've helped me, I think I need to help you, and you look like you need to get some sleep.
Look who's being the doctor again.
Here, I'll make a deal with you. I'll go get my clothes if you promise to go lay down and rest. When I come back, you can do your doctor thing and discharge me.
Okay, you got a deal. Deal doesn't work unless you shake hands. What are you doing?
I'm covering you up. You were sleeping.
Thought you were going home, Liz.
Going home? No, my shift just started. Just got in.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm just here waiting for Emily to come back. She's getting her clothes. I'm going to discharge her. Told you I'd get her to go.
Emily who?
The patient you woke me up for to make sure that I would get her to go. 100 candles, car accident.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just sitting here waiting for her to come back. Just grabbing her clothes. I told you I'd get her to go.
Tom, there is no patient named Emily. You were sleeping. It must have just been a dream or something.
I wasn't dreaming. She was here. I saw her. She told me about the accident, about the Coldplay song, the radio, the woman that she thought she hit, the divider, the 100 candles. It's in her chart. I mean...
Tom, isn't Emily the name of the girl that was driving the car that hit Catherine?
That has nothing to do with it. I mean,
Come on, sit down. Look, I know you've been working long hours, and it's the 5-year anniversary of Catherine's passing, but this Emily person, she doesn't exist.
She exists. I saw her. I talked to her. She was here. I wasn't dreaming this. I'm not dreaming this, Liz.
Tom, Emily was killed at the same time as Catherine. Just please try to get some rest, and when you wake up, You can go place the rose on Catherine's grave like you always do, okay?
I've already done it today.
Okay, good. Then one less thing to do.
Jen,
Okay.
she was here.
I'm sure. Get some sleep, okay?
I'm making it up. She was here.
Catherine with the K says she loves you too, Tom. And she likes the roses.
Welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed the show, The Last Patient, starring Kelly Fay, Brianna Tulig, and myself. Now we're going to take you to a little workshop scene that Kelly worked on with Bree to get her ready for the role of Emily.
So when you're looking at this piece, who is your character talking to?
My character is talking to like an angel greeting her from like heaven, and she's just trying to figure out like what's going on and what just happened, and she's just kind of lost in everything.
Okay, so what is it that she wants? She wants to figure out what's going on.
Yes.
Where she is or why she's there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you just let me be the angel, and just tell me as a conversation. You know, I'll let you read the script if you want, but just tell me, like, where am I? You can improvise. You don't have to stay on script, but let's just have a conversation.
Sounds good. Okay.
So welcome to heaven. Welcome to the other side.
I'm not sure what it is that happened. Last week, I was just shopping for a prom dress with my mom and sister, and now I'm here. I don't know what's going on.
You were in a car accident, and you are dead.
What? How? That can't be possible. I'm supposed to be like planning spring break with my friends. I'm supposed to be looking at colleges. I'm supposed to be going to college. I am 17, and I have my entire life ahead of me. I can't be dead.
You're dead.
No.
The plans you had are no more. The prom. Who are you supposed to go to the prom with?
James Wilson. He's this amazing guy. He's like cute, but not in like the traditional way. And
you know
I
what?
was really looking forward to going with him.
He went with Samantha.
I knew he was gonna ask Samantha or Claire. If he couldn't ask me, he probably asked them both at the same time. So he said yes first.
What about your little sister?
She seems scared, like she doesn't know what happened to me, and I just wish I could just be there for her, but I can't because I'm dead, and I don't know what's happening. I'm just...
So what is it that you want? Do you want to go back? Do you want to stay? Do you just want clarity? What is it that your character wants?
I just want to like figure out what's going on, and I need clarity. And I want forgiveness of what I've done.
Okay, that's the big thing, right?
Yes.
The forgiveness, right? She's not at peace. And once she's forgiven, then what?
Then she can be at peace, and she can finally rest and like be like at peace with everything, and just finally go to heaven and just...
Okay. So she can then accept that James went to the prom with somebody else, that her sister will be okay, that her
Yes.
mom, all that will be taken care of. So her main thing is peace for the person that she killed.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let's try it again with those things in mind. Just look out there. So pretend your guardian angel is out there. She just greeted you to heaven.
Okay.
You're so confused. You don't know why you're here. You want to get to the church. Okay?
Yes.
And just see how that goes.
Okay. I'm not sure what it is that happened. Just last week, I was shopping for a dress for prom with my mom and sister. It was the most beautiful gown I had ever seen. It was light blue, though it was very expensive. I really just wanted to wear it with those blue powdered shoes to go along with it. James Wilson was going to ask me to prom. I'm sure he would have done so already, and I think he was waiting for the movie on Friday to ask me. Now that he can't, I bet he's just gonna ask Claire or Samantha and at the same time and see who says yes first. I want to get that blue gown, but my mom said no because she didn't like how the light blue looked with my skin. I think she just said no because it was too expensive and not because it was light blue. My younger sister, she just seems so scared, and she doesn't know where I am, and I just wish I could just be there for her. Where am I supposed to go from here? I'm totally confused. I'm only 17, and I should be planning college and my spring break with my friends. But I don't know where I am or anything. All I know is that I should just probably go to a church and light some candles and pray for forgiveness for what I've done. Maybe I'll be able to rest that way. Why is it such a bad thing to wear a beautiful dress and go to prom with James Wilson, the boy who's not cute in the traditional way?
Good, good. How did it feel, like, doing it after what we just talked about?
It was a lot better. I know, like, when I've, like, read it in the past, it was just kind of like I was reading it, but, like, once we did, like, the workshop thing, I felt like I could, like, think as my character more and, like, express, like, how she would express herself through the whole script and everything.
So in this piece, it sounds like, backing up, I think what she wants in the scene, when you do the scene with Joe, is that she wants the forgiveness then by the person she hit. But here, she's just in this torment. She wants to, she doesn't realize, you know, she's still in human thinking mode.
Yes.
Like, I have the prom to go to. I have to take care of my sister. She seems so confused and lost. So that's what's driving this scene. It's just that, or the monologue, it's that urgency to make sense of it all.
Yeah.
That was good. You did a great job. Good.
All right.
Welcome back. What you just saw was a clip of me coaching Bree on some character development that we did for The Last Patient. And speaking of which, we have Bree here today, Bree Tulig.
Hello.
Thank you.
I'm glad to be here.
Good.
Before we check in with Bree about her character and whatnot, I want to ask Joe, what inspired you to write The Last Patient?
Well, I wanted to, when we decided to do the show, Daymares on Oak Street, I wanted it to be Alfred Hitchcock, Twilight Zone-like. And I read a lot of short little stories and saw some scenes that were Hitchcock-like and Twilight Zone-like. And I wanted to write something that would be a tribute to that. So the characters of Emily, who plays the ghost, was the one that I wanted the twist to be there. So it was more of a homage to a show that we called Night Visits back on the Twilight Zone, and I think it was an Alfred Hitchcock episode.
Great.
You did a great job playing a ghost.
Thank you.
So I wanted to ask you, was the work that we did together in the workshop, Bree took a class with me, a 5-week-long class about character development, where we worked on her role as Emily. And I'm just wondering what we did, how it may have helped you.
Well, I would say that it helped me in the sense that I got to think as my character, like on the spot, because our workshop was completely improv. So I had to be thinking as Emily. I could be like thinking as myself. So then I really got into the character, and I really got into the mindset of thinking as a girl who had just like had her life cut short and had to deal with everything, even though she had so many plans that she wanted to do. So.
Yeah. So what we do in the workshop, so many times it's easy for an actor to just grab a script and just regurgitate the lines and not really connect to them. So what we try to do is help you realize why you're saying what you're saying, what it is that you want, how you're going to get what you want, so, and who are you talking to. And that's really important. So the audience might never know who a character is speaking to if it is in a monologue style, but the actor does, and they can bring that full essence to what they're saying.
And I'm sure you used your holy grail, the nine questions to
Yes.
help character development.
Yeah, the Holy Grail is what I call a technique where it's basically looking at the who, what, where, why, and when of a character.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically stuff that we do in life anyway, but it's just psychology broken down for character development.
So Bree, what was the most difficult part to perform on stage?
Oh, definitely. How at some points we had to wait between lines, and it took us a while to get, and Kelly would just be like, wait, or pause, and it was just, yeah.
So near the end when we were both apart, we had to wait,
it was
look
difficult
out into the audience.
because we both wanted to like get our lines out, but we had to like pause, and we had to like wait for the right amount of time, and we both had to count at the same time too, so.
Right, and the audience isn't supposed to know that you're counting. But I had them count because I think they were working through it too quickly, and it was a dramatic piece that I thought deserved to be slowed down and let the emotions sink in and help you guys connect to the emotions too. Because, you know where you're going, but the audience doesn't, so we need time to process things with you. So, and plus you're in it, so you can't really see from an outside perspective what I can. And plus nerves can get us going and speed us up too. So pause.
Yes.
That was the most difficult part for me.
Yeah.
I like to get that done, but it was difficult. But you did a great job of teaching us. I really thought it was something that I was one of my favorite scenes that we've done thus far. I think I've gotten a lot of comments from a lot of different people about how they like that piece.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that piece as well. Because it was more behavioral realism. A lot of the scenes that we've done up to date have been kind of slapstick comedy in a way, and this went a little bit deeper, and I think the audience appreciate that as well.
I also think that was one of the scenes that made us think about what we wanted to do for Parents' Day, which is coming up in May. Maybe expanding on a scene like that and making it a little bit longer monologue. What would you think we would have done if we would have had an opportunity to expand that in your vision?
Yeah, when I first read the scene, I thought, wow, this should be an entire play. I just thought there was so much there. And I think it would be great to expand upon, obviously, each of the characters, maybe not the nurse so much, but your character's world and your character's world. When you were married, when she was alive, what you were doing up to the point of the accident. We could even go further and then incorporate what we did in the monologue that was written just as a behind the scenes tool to help you. We could even bring that in where you go to heaven and meet the angel and they explain to you why you need to go back and make amends.
Speaking of the character, I think we spoke about it the other night when we were rehearsing. Emily was one of your favorite characters you said that you played.
Yes, definitely.
Why is that?
Well, because I just feel like I've really connected with Emily because we're both about the same age, and we're both like, before she had her accident and everything, we were both kind of at the point in our lives where we're preparing for prom and we're preparing for college, and we have like friends that we have plans with, and we have so much that we want to do in our life. So I like kind of connected her in the sense that like I could, yeah.
And I remember at one point in rehearsal, it was like a little too close for you, the parallels, okay. Except for the driving piece. We don't have you driving yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. But, it's good to be able to connect with the character, obviously. You don't want to play, if you're 16 or 17, you don't want to play a 95-year-old man, right?
Yeah, that'd be kind of tough.
I mean, you could, but...
Although when you're 95, you want to play the 16-year-old, go figure.
Right. So, Joe, what about you? Like, as far as Dr. Tom goes, was it difficult or easy for you to get into that role, or any challenges?
Well, I think the biggest thing for me was trying to relate to the character about the loss. I think it was more difficult for me than I realized. I think when I was rehearsing the scenes at home, my wife would say, "How come every time you do a scene, I'm dead? The character, the wife dies." But I said, I just write them. No, it was difficult. I think it was difficult to tap into that lost part because it's just a different character. So I think you helped me a lot with taking myself out of who I am today and trying to be that person. So I like the character. I like the scene. I I like to have expanded it, like you mentioned, into maybe a one-act play or something like that, which we may end up doing someday. Who knows?
Did you work on any sort of behind-the-scenes scene with your character development, as far as your wife or what your history was?
Yeah, I actually did. I actually wrote myself a little mini monologue. I wrote the same thing for Emily, or Bree, that played Emily, about what you told us to do a lot in our acting workshops is write like what am I thinking of?
Like
a diary and a journal. I did that, and then I read that journal back to myself. So, I woke up, I'm going to go to work today, I'm going to work 57 hours in a row, and try not to think about it. So I looked at this character as somebody who's diving into work to absorb himself into that and not be in reality in the real world. And he was just so exhausted and so tired. You didn't know whether it was really a dream, he slept through it, or did it really happen? And I think that piece I wanted it to come across as if you don't really know.
Right. Yeah, and that's great to mention about the journaling piece. That's something that is really helpful for actors, again, to create more of their character. Another tool, and I don't know if you did this, where you can actually write a letter to somebody that you have unfinished business with that you want to say. So your character, it would be a great opportunity to write, to your little sister or whoever, whatever last words you need to say or want to say.
I really do appreciate the work that you did in this, Kelly. And I'm saying this in front of the camera because she doesn't know I'm saying this, but I think that scene was, like I said, my favorite. It was great to write, great to perform, but you really brought us to the level that I think it made the scene very successful. The character development that you made for me and for Bree, I think really brings it to the success that it was.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So what do we got coming up in May?
In May, we have Parents' Day, and that is May 8th and 9th, and it's a show that Joe dreamed up the theme on this one too. You want to talk a little bit about how that came about?
Sure. I think the theme happens to be, the show happens to be on Mother's Day weekend, so we're doing the show Friday night, Saturday matinee, and Saturday night, and it's about parents. Not everybody has children, but I think everybody has parents at some point in time. And I think what we wanted to do is pay tribute to them and do some scenes and some little snippets of monologues to talk about what parents, the impact they have on our lives and the impact that we have on their lives at times. So it's a little bit different. We've done a scene that was probably going to be a 25-30 minute scene, which is longer than we've done in the past. So it's going to be a challenge for that. And then we're doing some smaller scenes as well.
Yeah. So this show, we have 5 scenes that we're doing.
5 scenes and 2 mini, I don't know if we want to call them vignette clips that we're going to have, would be special for the parents.
Yeah. So we're slowly working our way to a full-length play. Our first show, we did 13 scenes.
Yeah, 13, 14 scenes, monologues.
Which was a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Our second show, we did 8. And now we're down to 5. So a couple more seasons, we should be to one full play.
And continue providing the feedback. I think people have been sending me information through email and websites to tell us what they've enjoyed about it, and they do like the smaller scenes along the way, but they also like the maybe expanding more on the character, so that we're getting feedback on both ends of the equation. So thank you, Bree, for coming down and sharing The Last Patient with us once again.
Hopefully for the last time for this scene anyway. So be sure to come down and check out our show, Parents' Day, on May 8th and 9th. We have shows at 7:30 both evenings and a matinee on Saturday at 2 o'clock. You can get tickets at ashlandcommunitytheater.com.
And if you're interested in coming to some of the workshops that we're having in April, please check out the website and email me at ashlandcommunitytheater@gmail.com.
No experience is necessary, just an openness and a willingness to have fun.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for joining us on Ashland Community Theater Show, Behind the Curtain.
We'll see you next time.
Bye now.
Hi.
Oh my God. I'm getting hilarious.
And check us out at
ashlandcommunitytheater.com.
Witness for the prosecution. Witness.
So I was recording that, so just, that's gonna be some good outtakes.
Oh, okay.